we're looking at features of linear equations. In 36 through 41, find the slope, y-intercept, then complete the requested information. So in this question here, it's already in slope-intercept form, y equals 5x plus 8. And the m is the slope, so m is 5, and then the b is the y-intercept. And then it asks you to find the slope of the line parallel and the slope of the line perpendicular. And we know from our exploration that parallel lines have the same slope, so this will be 5. And then perpendicular lines will have the opposite reciprocal, so we flip the fraction and then change the sign. We're going to look for a second at an online graph using Desmos. So if this is our line here, we can see that the graph crosses the y-axis here at 8. And if I count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as I go over 1, that takes me back to the line. And I can just keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. That's what the slope of 5 means. So if I wanted to create another line and I wanted it to be parallel, it would need to start with y equals 5x. But we could add any type of b. So what I'm going to do here is create one where we use the variable, and then this slider here allows me to keep changing the value of b. So right now, this green line has a y-intercept of 1 right here. And that's because I set b to equal 1. But as I drag this to the right, if you watch the green line, I'm changing it. So right now, this line has a y-intercept of 10. And I can go the other direction as well. So right now this line has a y-intercept of -6. But if you'll notice, all of the green lines have a slope of 5, which makes them parallel. So when we're looking for parallel lines, we just need to make sure that this first part is the same. And then we can determine the b value, which will tell us where it is on the coordinate plane. Let's go ahead and switch that now. We're going to flip the fraction and change the sign. And now when we do that, we get the line perpendicular. And notice here that again b starts out to be 1, but as I change that value, the line stays perpendicular, but has a different y-intercept. And so for each of these questions that we're looking at, we're just going to try to figure out what would the slope be, but we're not going to go ahead and write any equations of lines yet.